Okay, you guys, I'm totally figuring out this camera thing. We're getting good at tech stuff. We're getting good. Manifest it. But this video looks better than the last. Should I put my plant in here? It's not really like a plant, but like, I think we're gonna leave her out of it. Okay. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the club. If you're new here, my name is Brooke and I am BROOKEWORKSOUT on TikTok and Instagram. And if you're returning, welcome back and thank you for joining. Boom, 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 boom. Welcome. I just cut my finger doing dishes, so fun stuff for me. Let's jump right in. So the vibe here is talking about our week, my week, and kind of going through like mental health, physical health, things that I'm loving, takeaways, and like how I reflect on my week and redirect for a new one. And that's something that I have been doing for years in my fitness journey, and I wanted to share it with you guys and just get like a good old girl talk in. By the way, I am kind of sarcastic. I kind of like to joke and make people laugh, so if you think that it's weird that I'm like hot girl everything, oh my god, get used to it. Like, I'm pretty obnoxious and annoying and sarcastic and weird, so I'm like, I hype myself up about it because I'm my own hype girl. I wanted to tell you guys about kind of like my weekend and like last week I felt like fear was definitely driving me through everything I was doing. I have probably the biggest fear of rejection, and I am trying my best to just dump her basically, but she won't get off my back. So yeah, that was kind of like my big old bummer for the week, was I just kind of felt really fearful. But I would say the end of the week ended really well. I also didn't feel too well last week, so I just kind of think it was like a mix of things, that my mood was just kind of like eh. But at the end of the week, I had such a good Friday, it's such a good Saturday, and today has been like okay too, even though like I'm still not feeling the greatest and like nasally queen over here. Anyways, Friday was such a good date day, and this is kind of gonna this kind of goes into something that I've been like loving lately, is date days, taking yourself out on a date. Friday morning I got a workout in, I did legs, and I coached a class, which was actually really good. I had a really fun like group of ladies in there. Then after, I was uploading my last video and I was getting frustrated about the quality, so hopefully like this one goes better. But I was getting so frustrated and I uploaded it and everything like looked good and I was like really happy with it. So I decided to take myself out on a date day, and I deserve Chipotle. It's been like 2 weeks since I've had Chipotle. I had a Chipotle date day and it was so nice. I just like blasted music in the car, had the windows down, the weather was great. It was just a grand old time. So good. So highly recommend taking yourself on a date. It was just like so nice. Like, I went to get a meal that I loved. I feel like food is one of my love languages and I love food, so that was really nice. Oh, I ate it at like a little like park. It was kind of like the parking lot for like a little trail. Do you guys know that I take the girl with me everywhere I go? So of course she came with me, and it was actually really cute. I went to park and there was kind of like a little seating table there, and I was gonna go sit out there, but it was a bit windy. But I wasn't the only one who had that idea. So the Popeyes and Chipotle is in the same parking lot, which like are my literal two lovers. I got Chipotle and this other girl got Popeyes, but like went and sat at the table with her dog. And it was just so cute. Like, she had her lunch, she got her dog a puppuccino, and it made me so happy. Like, I wasn't the only one who was kind of like eating my food alone with my dog and having like a little date day with my dog. Saturday morning I went and coached clients, but the like highlight of my Saturday was I went and got a workout in, and I came home at like I got home by like probably 2:30, and like by 3 o'clock I was already showered. And I was already like, I got to wash my hair. Like, I was already ready for bed by 3 o'clock, which made me just so happy to be like in pajamas and cozy. And then like I was on the couch for the rest of the night. My weekend definitely made up for my week, and I think I was like okay. Like, mentally it was fine. And I wanted to touch on something from my last video, and I actually saw a TikTok that was talking about like the that girl trend and like videos that you see on TikTok and like being that girl. The video was saying like, yeah, like we're highlighting like being this girl, but like remember that it's always a highlight reel. Like, you don't always like can afford to like go to the 9 a.m. Pilates class every single day, or like have the green juice. Like, sometimes you want a cheeseburger, and like yeah, like 100%, I think that's really good. But I think in another light of like the that girl trend, or like any person that you're kind of like aspiring to be like, or incorporate things of theirs into your lifestyle, like when you focus on the good gets better. And that doesn't mean that you, just because you want this like green juice that girl lifestyle, doesn't mean that you also can't like go and hammer down a beer and a burger. Like, you can do both, and it's okay to do both. Or in the same light, you can be like that girl who feels like she is on her shit, she's productive all the time, but you can also be the girl who like, maybe you like the best thing that you did for yourself that day was like just making it out of bed, and that's okay too. So I think like we all realize, we all know that the pretty perfect lifestyle, like, it is partial of life. It's not every single day. We have our ups and we have our downs. And what I want to highlight in this series is like the ups. And like, I think we always put ourselves so hard in the downs, and we get so hard on ourselves, that it's really refreshing and nice to just find like little pieces of joy in your small daily routine. Like how I was saying, wash your face, like do something small. It doesn't have to be something that's, you know, monumental to make you feel good and achieved, accomplished, productive. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to mention that, because I thought it was a good thing to say, that not everybody has this lifestyle, but instead of thinking of it as this entire lifestyle that you need to accomplish, like what's something in that aesthetic that makes you, that would like make you happy or feel good. And if it is like going on a walk every day, and you feel like that girl because you go on a walk, like that's actually what I do. I feel like I'm that hot girl because I go on hot girl walks, and it's a regular silly walk, but it does make you feel good. So even when you're battling all of the demons in your everyday life, and anxiety and depression and like anything that you're going through, you don't have to completely like wipe out, like your lifestyle isn't going to be wiped out just because you want to do or achieve a different that girl aesthetic. Like, you can do one thing out of that aesthetic, and you're that girl. So, and like that, again, like that looks different for everybody. So like you can do your own thing, and if it's like making homemade cheeseburgers on Thursday nights, like that's your that girl thing. It doesn't have to be whatever you see on social media. And it is a highlight reel, and I don't want my videos to be construed as just the highlight reel. I want my videos to be like, hey, life sucks sometimes, and this is how I get through it and how I battle like the negative things in my life or the hard things in my life. I'm not trying to portray that my life is this perfect, that girl, this is everything that I do to make my life feel glorious. Like, I feel like crap a lot of days, and this is just what I do to make myself feel a little bit better. So yeah, I think it's important to just remember, like, everybody is battling something, and you do only see whatever somebody chooses to put on social media. So before you judge anybody, you know, you judged me last time for watching Kardashians. I don't know if you actually did, but like maybe some of you did. Everything positive that I bring to myself is because of the hard times that I've had to go through, and I have had to come to the, do you sink or do you swim? And these are the things that like help me keep swimming, so to speak. So the first thing that I'm like totally loving and like hopping on the bandwagon, so to speak, is like a two-toned set. I've always been like a matching set kind of gal before the graphic tees. Like light green sports bra and then like a darker green legging. I did it with browns the other day, and I think I want to do it more this week, so I will be posting some of these sets. I'll like be sprinkling them in for like a little two-tone feel. I love it. I just love it. I think it's so cute. So second thing that I am loving, like if you follow me on social media anywhere, you know that this has been like my new go-to. Well, this is nothing new. You know that I love the 1UP Nutrition coconut ice cream whey, and when I first got it, almond milk, this, like, it was fine. It was grand old time. Then I was like, you know what sounds so good is this coconut protein with orange juice. Would be like an orange Julius, pina colada, hand me a bathing suit, sunglasses, like one of those little umbrellas, and put me on a beach. And like we are living life with this combo, okay? If you have not tried it, you need to try it. If you're not a coconut person, vanilla protein powder I'm sure would be fine. And like, are we kidding? Coconut. Love coconut. Everything. I smell like a coconut 24/7. And orange juice. So good. Try it. Try it if you haven't. It's so good. Then I also just ordered a caramel toffee macchiato protein powder from 1UP because I want to start making protein iced coffees. Everything that I feel like I'm loving lately and that I'm influenced by, not everything, but like 90%, is Sydney Adams. She just is like a bundle of joy. A bundle of joy, and just like so positive, and I love her energy. But I feel like the entire fitness internet is like she's leading right now, and I think she just got a brand deal with Lululemon, so that is like just so exciting for her. I love her energy. And yeah, anyways, I feel like she wears two-tone sets. I want to wear two-tone sets. She has protein iced coffee every morning. I want to have protein iced coffee every morning. But like, I used to do a Premier Protein and then go get like 3 shots of espresso over ice from Starbucks, and then I would put the Premier Protein in there, and I did that for years, and then all of a sudden it became trend. Like, no joke, I would see it on Pinterest and I'm like, oh, I was doing this like... Anyways, so I got that protein, so I will let you guys know how that is. I should be getting it in a couple of days, so I'm really excited to try that. I just want to get protein in like first thing in the morning, especially on like the mornings that I'm maybe a little bit hungry before the gym, and then, or like if I have to coach a class and then work out after, at least like I have a little bit of something in me. And I think it'll kind of just take out the question of what do I eat in the morning? Because I'm not super hungry, but I'm also like kind of hungry, kind of hangry sometimes. So I feel like that just kind of takes out the question of like, what should I make? I don't want to make anything, that kind of thing. Because I just like, I hate not knowing what to make, especially if you're on the go. And then I almost get anxiety towards what do I make and eat, and then have to clean up right before I leave. And am I gonna have enough time? And I'm not gonna have enough time. So to stay true to myself, I have to incorporate this in like things that I'm loving lately, because it's so you've seen me wear this like 50 billion times, and I think the more I wear my Urban Outfitters graphic tees, the better they get. The more I wash them, the more I dry them, the cozier they get, like the softer they get, the more faded they get, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I feel like this is getting so just kind of like faded and cozy, and I love it. I'm so here for it. The last thing that I am loving lately, Skims boxer shorts, and I've been wearing them to bed. It's finally like kind of a bit warmer so that I don't wear sweats or like pajama pants to bed, and I'm wearing the Skims boxers. I will put a couple pictures here of the ones that I have and like the different colors that they have. Mine are in the washer right now, but they're so comfy. I size up to a medium because I hate like tight things around my waist when I go to sleep. I want everything to kind of be like baggy and loose, but these are super comfy and I absolutely love them. I feel like Skims is just such a good investment, loungewear, pajamas, and you know that your girl is investing in her loungewear lately. I wanted to talk about some like high protein meals. I made a TikTok the other day, and so I wanted to show you guys that, and I will put it here. I wanted to just show you guys like a quick couple like my go-to high protein meals and what those look like. Typically like 20 to 30 grams. And I would say if you've never like tracked your food before, or you're just getting into it and you don't really know portion sizes, I would definitely recommend getting a scale. You don't have to use it for everything. I don't use it for everything. The only thing that I really like to use it for at this time is making sure I get enough protein in. So if I have something that has chicken or like ground turkey in the meal, when I'm like plating my food, I will measure out and make sure I'm getting enough protein, because I know that I can definitely like put some chicken on my plate and be like, that's enough, and it's probably like 2 ounces, whereas like I should be eating double that. So that's very helpful. You can get a scale on Amazon for like $11. I will link mine in the description box below. Let's talk about finding balance in your life, food guilt, how to change your mindset when it comes to your relationship with food, and looking at it a bit differently so that things are just easier and we flow. When I first started like ever even wanting to lose weight, I had absolutely no idea what it meant to eat healthy. I wasn't an athlete. I didn't really do sports. I danced a little bit in high school, and that was really it. Other than that, like I always like my claim to fame title is I'm a couch potato, and I'm okay with that. Like I still am a couch potato, but I just go to the gym now and I eat broccoli, which is like shocking because I hate broccoli. When I first wanted to make healthy changes to my life, there wasn't a big emphasis on girls should lift heavy. You can eat a decent amount of food and still lose weight and achieve the body composition and physique that you're looking for. So that was never something that was very big at the time. I was 17, 18 years old at my heaviest weight. I basically lost all of my weight to starving myself and doing endless hours of cardio. Again, disclaimer, I am not recommending this lifestyle to anybody. I was so miserable. I didn't even like my body the way that it looked. I hit 120 on the scale and that's all that I cared about. But when I looked in the mirror, I didn't like what it looked like on me. It wasn't the body that I wanted. And more than that, like mentally, I was so unhappy. On the weekends, what I would do is I would, of course, like binge everything. I would eat everything in sight. I would eat and stuff myself to the point where I had to go to sleep because my stomach hurt so bad and I was legit in a food coma and had to go to sleep because my stomach hurt so bad. I would be so bloated. I would be so tired and low energy. I would be so angry and frustrated and impatient. And basically, like, what kind of helped me get out of the not eating thing was I really did start to do my research on how much I should be eating and like what I should be doing in the gym. And that kind of really like got me out of that. Whitney Simmons was the account that got me out of my eating disorder and into eating more, into the gym and lifting weights. So even then, like when I started to eat a bit more and lift weights, I started to really see like the results that I wanted. I was still having a lot of guilt around food and I would deprive myself during the week. I would meal prep during the week. I would have chicken and rice for every single meal. Then on the weekends, I would still go and like binge, like, oh my God, I haven't had a brownie in so long, and I would just eat all of them. My work brought in Krispy Kreme and I had 6 Krispy Kreme donuts in one day. And everybody was like, oh my God, like, why did you eat so many? And I was like, I never get these, like, and I'm never gonna get them again. Okay, it's a good thing that I didn't erase my show notes because I had all of this recorded and somehow, some way, it just like froze and cut me off and then went to a blank screen and no sound. So I am re-recording the end of this video. Also, she made it in. She made it in this second take. So say hi to my plant. She's not real. She looks cute though. When I first started starting to eat more and I realized that what I was doing to my body wasn't healthy. What I was doing, like what I started to do was I was eating more during the week, but I was still trying to eat as healthy as I could, and I didn't really have staple recipes that were like satisfying to me. Everything was still kind of boring and like bro food, so to speak, chicken and rice. And on the weekends, I would still completely binge on my cheat meal and oh my gosh, I'm never gonna get this meal again. So even though I overcame not eating little to nothing, once I was in this, okay, well now I have to eat healthy during the week and then on the weekend I get this cheat meal, it was still a little too much like back and forth for me in black and white, and there was no gray. I would just completely binge on food. Whatever my cheat meal was, I would eat as much of it as I could, and even if I was full and I had food left to eat, I would still eat it all because I felt like I was in this mindset of, well, I'm never gonna get this food again and I need to have it now and I need to eat all of it. So the biggest switch for me and what I did mentally was realizing, like, one, I didn't feel good after I ate this food. Like, I would have to go to sleep, I would be in food comas, and in order for me to feel better, I was like, if I ate that cheat meal and didn't stuff myself, and if I didn't have those extra 2 bites of whatever it was, I would actually feel okay right now and I would feel satisfied. So what I would do is the next time I would have, you know, a cheat meal, so to speak, I would only eat until I'm full and I would stop when I was full, and I wouldn't feel the need to finish every single bite. And that right there was the start of me really overcoming and healing my relationship with food and making it to where I don't feel deprived. Because the second that I would tell myself, okay, you can't have pizza, that's the one thing that I want, and I want to be able to have the pizza when I want it, or to satisfy my cravings when I have it, and not feel deprived. It shouldn't feel a restricted thing. Everything in moderation, everything in balance, and I've learned that the pizza is not just going to go away. Just because you can't have it every day or you don't have it every day doesn't mean that it's unattainable. Unless people start hoarding pizza the way that they did toilet paper in 2020, like, we will be fine. Your cheat meal is always going to be there. So I think knowing that whatever it is that you want is always out there for you in abundance, whatever the cheat meal is, whatever, In-N-Out, it's not gonna go away. It's always going to be there, but that doesn't mean that when you get it, like, oh, I have to have it all right now. Have, you know, the portion that makes you feel satisfied. Don't overdo it, and just know it will be there the next time that you want it. So I think that was the biggest switch for me, was to just tell myself, I don't like the way that I feel when I pig out on this food. I don't like stuffing myself, and I always regret it and wish that I didn't do that. So that was the start of me not doing that and just going until I was satisfied and not feeling the need to binge and stuff my face. And that was really the start of my healing process with food, and it's taken me years. Obviously, everything is different for everybody. If you follow me and you think to yourself, like, wow, this girl is body goals. This is my dream body. I wish I looked like her. The amount of times that I have cheated, so to speak, on my diet, my eating, whatever, I've still gotten to where I want to be. So if you feel like I am this end result of what you want, just know that I have had probably more hiccups and cheat days in my overall nutrition possible. I still eat. I've never eaten super clean. I try to eat as clean as I can, but I make it realistic for me. So if you think that it's unattainable, or you keep beating yourself up because you keep messing up, so to speak, I mess up all the time, and I still hit my goal. The point that I want to tell you is I've still hit my goal. So if you feel like you keep messing up and you're like, man, I'm never gonna look like my body goals or my dream body, and I'm never gonna look that way, girl, I've done it. I'm here. And life is too short to make World War III over a cookie or chips and salsa. Like, was it at least good? Make sure it was like a good cookie. Don't give me any of those diet cookies. If I'm gonna have a cookie, I want a real cookie. Enjoy it, and then your next meal, don't deprive yourself. Don't starve yourself just because you get a cookie and you shouldn't have. Your body needs food. Food is fuel, and the more that you can just hammer that into your brain, I promise you, the less guilty that you will feel over having a cookie. I don't beat myself up over it if I have a cheat. I have something, and then the next meal I just make sure that I eat healthy, or I get enough protein, I eat some vegetables, and I just get back on track. I never just eat something and then blow my diet because I just ate that one thing. And I used to do that all the time. And if you can just get yourself out of that mindset that it is the end of the world, it's not the end of the world. Girl, stop beating yourself up. Take it day by day. Like, at the end of the day, you know, I've said this before and I'll say it again, you are the person in here, and you have to make sure that that person in there is being taken care of. At the end of the day, all you have is you, and you have to make this a lovely place to live, and you can't make it toxic. And stop being at battle with yourself. Exercise is a celebration of what your body can do. Just because you do all the healthy things doesn't mean that you can't do the unhealthy things, so to speak. It's all about balance. It's all about moderation. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and leave me some comments in the description box below of what you want to see next on the club, what you want to talk about. I think I want to have like some special guests on here. So this is gonna be fun. It's Friday today, by the way, is when I'm filming this, and I am going to have a great night with my lovely grandparents. I'm so excited to see them. It's kind of been a couple weeks since I've seen them, so I'm gonna have dinner with them. And then this weekend, pot stickers, robe, slippers, wine, pot stickers, robe, slippers, wine, like couch, Netflix, Hulu. That's it. That's my weekend. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video.
To have an life to give. If I could tell you, hey, how to make me trust you, I'd say you couldn't. I saw us break the moment I met you. Sing sweetly to me, but you're always in a moment and I'm always fighting free. I sing lightly your praise, 'cause I know it's coming the day that you leave. Yes, it was mutual.